The galaxy had always underestimated humanity, a small blue planet on the outskirts of the Milky Way, dismissed as primitive and inconsequential by the myriad civilizations that dominated the stars. Yet on Earth, life continued with quiet ingenuity. Humanity unaware of the eyes observing them and the judgments being made, as humans focused on their daily struggles, advancing their technology incrementally, perfecting spacecraft propulsion systems, artificial intelligence frameworks, energy, shields, and adaptive weapons, building fleets under the guise of scientific exploration, while simultaneously cultivating a deep understanding of diplomacy, strategy, and interstellar geopolitics. And when the first alien emissaries arrived at the orbital stations around Mars, they carried smug arrogance and casual condescension, viewing human engineers and scientists as charmingly naive. Yet during the negotiations, humans displayed unprecedented logic and tactical foresight, subtly testing the alien tech while gathering invaluable intelligence, noting patterns in alien communication, weaponry, and fleet organization. And when a first skirmish unexpectedly erupted in the asteroid belt, it became immediately clear that humanity had anticipated every move. Their ships maneuvered with precision that alien pilots could scarcely comprehend. Humans exploiting every environmental variable, gravity wells, asteroid cover, and solar radiation bursts to create traps and ambushes, while their energy shields absorb concentrated plasma fire, recalibrating in milliseconds, forcing the aliens to reconsider their assumptions about this seemingly primitive species. Back on Earth, the government and military leadership coordinated a monumental effort, integrating every available resource, civilians contributing knowledge, engineers constructing advanced warships, tactical simulations running continuously to predict alien strategies, while the human fleet grew in both number and capability, and the aliens, arrogantly believing that Earth had no capacity for large-scale coordination, were blindsided by the scale of human ambition, witnessing fleets emerging from hidden jump gates, maneuvering through the Kuiper Belt and Oort Cloud, revealing humans' mastery of stealth and subspace navigation. And even as humanity engaged in defensive battles, they simultaneously launched offensive operations against forward alien outposts, exploiting weaknesses in alien armor technology, adaptive shielding, and energy distribution, demonstrating a combination of audacity, ingenuity, and courage that no galactic power had ever anticipated. And all the while, human soldiers and pilots displayed unshakable morale, inspired by a collective identity and determination to survive and thrive, their ships painted in subtle but distinctive markings, a visual declaration of unity and pride, striking at critical alien supply chains, communications hubs, and command vessels, leaving alien commanders reeling at the unexpected efficiency and daring of these human forces. And in every corner of the galaxy, whispers began to spread among other civilizations, rumors of humanity's rising capability, cunning, and adaptability. Yet humans remained disciplined, never overextending, carefully balancing risk and reward, learning from every encounter, exploiting alien hubris. And as the first part of this monumental campaign unfolded, it became clear that the galaxy had made a catastrophic error in underestimating humanity, setting the stage for a sequence of conflicts, revelations, and strategic victories that would redefine power dynamics across the stars, showcasing that what the aliens saw as naive resourcefulness was in reality a lethal combination of intellect, ingenuity, courage, and relentless determination that would soon force every galactic species to reconsider their assumptions about the small blue planet they had once ignored, and humanity, prepared for centuries of judgment and dismissal, was poised to seize its place as a force not to be ignored, not through arrogance or conquest alone, but through strategy, unity, technological mastery, and a relentless drive to prove that underestimation was the galaxy's deadliest mistake. As humanity's presence expanded beyond the solar system, alien factions that had once dismissed Earth began to notice patterns in human behavior. The meticulous attention to resource allocation, the uncanny ability to adapt rapidly under pressure, and the unpredictable ingenuity that allowed even the most inexperienced human pilot to exploit environmental variables in combat. And in the dense asteroid fields near Jupiter, a human squadron executed maneuvers that no alien tactical manual could have predicted. Weaving between tumbling rocks, using reflected solar flares to blind sensor rays and coordinating synchronized plasma strikes that cripple an entire alien reconnaissance fleet while sustaining minimal damage to their own ships. And back on Earth, civilian scientists and engineers continued to enhance quantum communication networks, enabling instantaneous coordination between fleets light years apart. While military strategists devised simulations that anticipated alien countermeasures days in advance, allowing humans to stay perpetually one step ahead. And when the first full-scale alien assault on the Martian orbital station occurred, humans responded with a combination of raw tactical brilliance and technological superiority, deploying electromagnetic pulse arrays that disabled alien ship systems temporarily, creating openings for boarding teams to disable critical weapons. And the aliens, who had approached the attack with confidence bordering on hubris, found themselves disoriented and unable to predict human responses, each encounter feeding into a rapidly growing intelligence database that humanity used to refine their strategies further. And meanwhile, alien political councils began to fracture under the weight of repeated failures, their leaders debating heatedly over humanity's unexpected resilience and adaptive genius. While human diplomats maintained a poised exterior, knowing that every skirmish, every tactical engagement, and every demonstration of superior engineering sent a message that humanity would not only survive but dominate. And as the human fleets pushed into the outer reaches of the Kuiper Belt and beyond, they established covert forward bases on rogue asteroids and moons, allowing for rapid deployment and surprise attacks. And even in the midst of relentless warfare, humans maintained a capacity for creativity and cultural cohesion, performing feats of strategy and engineering that alien observers could only describe as audacious, calculating, and shockingly effective, with human captains using decoy fleets, adaptive shielding, and electronic warfare to neutralize superior alien numbers. And at the same time, on the political front, Earth's leaders leveraged communication channels to sow doubt and misalignment among alien factions, turn their own disagreements into strategic advantages, and across every battlefront, human soldiers and pilots displayed an unyielding determination, fueled by the knowledge that they were fighting not only for survival, but to assert humanity's rightful place in the galaxy. And as the initial campaigns drew on, the aliens began to recognize that Earthlings combined intellect, innovation, courage, and coordination in ways that no civilization had anticipated, setting the stage for humanity's next series of victories, the kind that would reverberate across light years, leaving every galactic observer in awe and fear, and the once dismissive council slowly came to understand that underestimating humanity was not merely a mistake, but a potentially fatal miscalculation, one that would define the next era of interstellar power struggles and signal that the galaxy was about to witness an unprecedented rise of human ingenuity and supremacy that no alien intellect had prepared for. As humanity pressed deeper into uncharted sectors, the aliens' misjudgment became increasingly catastrophic. And the dense nebulae of the Orion corridor, human scouts revealed alien supply convoys vulnerable to precision strikes, with ships that had relied on cloaking technology suddenly exposed to sophisticated quantum sensors developed on Earth. And the humans executed ambushes with flawless timing, using gravitational anomalies to distort trajectories, while adaptive plasma turrets fired from multiple vectors to disable engines without destroying entire hulls, leaving vessels incapacitated and salvageable. And on the bridge of the human flagship, Captain Elena Ramirez coordinated attacks with calm authority, her eyes scanning holographic displays, while issuing concise orders, and every maneuver executed by the human fleet displayed an intricate balance of aggression and efficiency, forcing alien commanders to witness firsthand a species that combined creativity, discipline, and audacity in unprecedented ways. While back on Earth, strategic command centers synchronized these far-flung operations, running predictive models of alien behavior that fed into automated tactical simulations, and simultaneously, humans began unveiling previously concealed technology, including variable phase shields capable of dissipating exotic energy signatures, adaptive nanomaterials for hull repair mid-combat, and advanced AI co-pilots capable of learning enemy tactics in real time. And during a critical engagement above the moon Callisto, a mixed human-alien battle group encountered a massive alien dreadnought. Its size and firepower previously thought unstoppable, yet humanity responded by coordinating multi-vector attacks, drawing the ship into the moon's magnetic field to induce system overloads, while specialized boarding teams infiltrated through emergency hatches, neutralizing the ship's command modules and leaving alien officers stunned and the aliens unaccustomed to such tactical audacity and relentless adaptability, began to experience internal dissent. As sub-commanders argued over failed strategies, their fleets losing cohesion under pressure, and humans, meanwhile, maintained unity and morale, using encrypted comms and psychological reinforcement to ensure every soldier, pilot, and engineer understood their purpose, while Earth's leaders prepared for broader escalation, leveraging intelligence from captured alien technology to anticipate next moves. And civilians contributed innovations to enhance both offensive and defensive capabilities, producing next-generation energy cannons, multi-spectrum sensors, and advanced reconnaissance drones. And in the midst of all this, alien news networks and communication hubs began broadcasting human exploits with disbelief and growing fear, while rumors of Earth's hidden strength and ingenuity spread across the stars, creating a psychological edge that extended humanity's influence beyond the battlefield. And even as individual engagements showcased tactical brilliance, the cumulative effect was a systematic dismantling of alien confidence, demonstrating that humans were not merely surviving. They were setting the pace, redefining galactic warfare with a combination of intellect, strategy, courage, and adaptive innovation that no civilization had encountered, and the galaxy began to realize that humanity's rise was not a temporary anomaly, but a calculated, relentless campaign to claim recognition and respect, signaling that the species once dismissed as insignificant was now shaping the rules of engagement across the stars. The momentum of humanity's campaign continued to escalate as fleets moved into previously uncontested sectors, and in the icy rings of Saturn, human engineers had secretly established forward repair and supply outposts, allowing strike groups to launch rapid assaults with minimal downtime, while their ships' adaptive cloaking systems and gravitic maneuvering thrusters enabled near invisibility among debris and gas clouds. And during one pivotal engagement, Admiral Marcus Holt orchestrated a simultaneous assault on multiple alien strongholds, coordinating over 100 ships with near-perfect precision, using decoy drones to mislead sensor arrays, quantum jammers to disable communications, and concentrated ion barges to incapacitate enemy capital ships, forcing alien commanders to react with confusion and panic. And on the human vessels, every officer and crew member executed their roles flawlessly, from gunnery teams synchronizing fire with millisecond timing to AI-assisted navigation ensuring optimal trajectory through asteroid and debris fields. And back on Earth, scientists monitored the battles in real time, adjusting algorithms, rerouting power grids, and deploying autonomous reconnaissance swarms to provide continuous intelligence, while simultaneously developing next-phase adaptive armor capable of withstanding experimental alien plasma. And within the alien command councils, dissent reached critical levels, factions blaming each other for failures as human ingenuity consistently neutralized superior numbers, and even the most battle-hardened alien admirals began to recognize that traditional tactics were no match for human flexibility and strategic creativity. And during an intense confrontation near the Jovian magnetosphere, human pilots executed precision strikes that exploited magnetic interference to scramble alien targeting systems, while boarding teams infiltrated enemy vessels through unconventional access points, disabling power cores and leaving alien crews bewildered. And the human psychological edge became apparent as captured alien officers reported unprecedented coordination, morale, and resolve among human forces, in contrast to growing disunity among their own fleets. And civilians and military personnel alike contributed innovations mid-campaign, from portable drone swarms for reconnaissance to adaptive energy weapons, demonstrating that humanity's strength was not merely technological but cultural, with every individual invested in the survival and ascendancy of their species. And across the galaxy, whispers of Earth's tactical brilliance spread to other civilizations, creating both fear and fascination, while human diplomats subtly exploited these perceptions, leveraging reputation as a strategic tool. And as the battlefront expanded, it became increasingly clear that humanity's rise was not accidental but deliberate, a combination of foresight, adaptability, and relentless drive. And alien strategists, faced with repeated setbacks and growing internal mistrust, began to grasp the terrifying reality. Humanity was not only capable of surviving in galactic theater, but was actively rewriting the rules of engagement, demonstrating that underestimation had been a grave error, and that the full scope of human potential was only beginning to reveal itself, setting the stage for confrontations that would test the limits of strategy, endurance, and the very notion of what a single species could accomplish across the stars. As the campaign advanced into the deeper reaches of known space, humanity's influence began to challenge not only military dominance, but also political hierarchies among alien civilizations. And in the dense asteroid clusters of the Perseus sector, human fleets executed coordinated multi-pronged strikes against alien supply chains and forward outposts, using adaptive stealth drives to bypass patrols while deploying precision torpedo salvos to disable propulsion and weapon systems without unnecessary destruction. And within command centers, human admirals such as Lieutenant Commander Aiden Cross orchestrated complex maneuvers, integrating real-time sensor data with predictive modeling to anticipate enemy countermeasures, while pilots displayed extraordinary ingenuity, using environmental hazards like radiation bursts, microgravity shifts, and asteroid debris to create tactical advantages that alien forces could not comprehend. And on Earth, scientists and engineers worked tirelessly to implement next-generation plasma cannons, graviton shielding, and nanite-assisted repair drones, enhancing the fleet's offensive and defensive capabilities while maintaining sustainable resource consumption. And in the midst of battle, human boarding teams demonstrated unmatched skill, infiltrating enemy vessels via unconventional airlocks, subverting security systems, and neutralizing command nodes with efficiency that left alien crews stunned and demoralized, while the aliens struggled to adapt to tactics that combine human creativity, cohesion, and adaptability. And within the Galactic Councils, debates erupted over the existential threat posed by humans, with some factions advocating immediate retreat, while others pushed for increasingly desperate and reckless counterattacks. Yet humans maintained discipline and focus, exploiting every fissure in alien cohesion, turning hesitation into strategic advantage. And across multiple sectors, human engineers deployed adaptive decoy satellites and sensor jammers to mask fleet movements, allowing surprise strikes that dismantled entire convoys, while psychological operations broadcast stories of human resilience, courage, and ingenuity to undermine enemy morale. And as battles raged near the outer edges of the Andromeda route, human fleets engaged alien dreadnoughts in unprecedented confrontations, using coordinated energy surges, ion wave interference, and microgravity exploitation to disable key systems. And civilians back home contributed directly to the war effort through innovations in propulsion, sensor technology, and AI-driven logistics, reinforcing the sense that humanity's rise was a collective effort encompassing every skill and resource available. And across the galaxy, the perception of humans shifted from curiosity to dread, as alien leaders realized that the very qualities they had mocked, adaptability, ingenuity, relentless determination, and the ability to unify disparate talents toward a common goal, were precisely what made humanity unbeatable in conflict. And as Part 5 of humanity's unfolding campaign progressed, it became increasingly clear that the underestimated species from a small blue planet had grown into a strategic and technological juggernaut, capable of challenging the galaxy's most powerful civilization simultaneously, rewriting the rules of war, politics, and interstellar diplomacy, and establishing a trajectory toward total recognition and dominance that no alien power could halt without catastrophic losses, solidifying humanity's status as a force that could not and would not be ignored. By the time humanity's fleets reached the dense star systems of the Triangulum Corridor, the alien powers had fully realized the depth of their miscalculation, and in the vast orbital expanse of a binary star system, human squadrons executed simultaneous assaults on multiple alien war hubs, weaving through solar flares, magnetic storms, and asteroid belts with precise coordination that rendered alien sensors ineffective, while on the flagship of Admiral Elena Ramirez, holographic displays pulsed with live updates from hundreds of ships, each movement calculated to maximize efficiency and exploit enemy weaknesses. And human pilots demonstrated audacious maneuvers, slingshotting around stellar debris to gain velocity and positional advantage, while boarding units neutralized key systems using adaptive hacking protocols and plasma disruption tools, leaving alien crews bewildered and incapacitated. And across human command networks, predictive AI algorithms analyzed enemy behavior in real time, directing offensive and defensive actions with a level of precision that no alien tactical manual could anticipate, while Earth scientists continued to enhance technology mid-conflict, deploying advanced nanite repair swarms, adaptive shield matrices, and hyper-efficient energy redistribution systems. And even in the face of overwhelming alien numbers, human cohesion, morale, and strategic foresight remained unshakable, with every officer, pilot, and soldier executing their roles flawlessly under extreme pressure. And alien councils, previously arrogant and dismissive, now fractured under the psychological and logistical weight of repeated defeats, their leaders arguing over flawed strategies, miscommunications, and the unprecedented resilience of humans, while human diplomats subtly manipulated these fractures, exploiting disunity to force concessions and confusion without direct engagement, and as humanity expanded their campaign to include simultaneous strikes on alien resource hubs, communication relays, and defensive installations, the sheer scale and efficiency of these operations left alien commanders scrambling to maintain any semblance of control, while humans continue to innovate, deploying energy-dampening fields, subspace interference networks, and adaptive drone swarms to preemptively counter alien countermeasures. And in critical battles above volcanic exoplanets, human fleets use environmental hazards to amplify the effect of their attacks, forcing alien ships into disadvantageous positions while maintaining minimal losses. And on Earth, citizens contributed to the war effort through rapid prototyping, tactical simulations, and resource optimization, reinforcing the idea that humanity's strength was not merely military but societal, cultural, and technological, a unified species leveraging every available asset toward a common goal. And as these victories accumulated, the psychological impact on alien civilizations grew, profound, sowing fear, uncertainty, and hesitation. And across every system touched by human strategy, it became undeniably clear that the species once dismissed as insignificant had not only survived the initial tests of war, but had mastered the art of interstellar conflict, demonstrating that adaptability, courage, ingenuity, and relentless determination were the ultimate weapons, and setting the stage for humanity's decisive moves that would forever alter the balance of power in the galaxy. As humanity's campaign entered its climactic phase, fleets moved into the heavily fortified core systems of alien dominions, and in the orbit of a massive gas giant, human forces executed a synchronized multi-vector assault that leveraged every advantage accumulated over decades of preparation, using adaptive gravitic fields to manipulate enemy ship trajectories, energy pulse arrays to neutralize shields, and precision boarding operations to seize command modules, while commanders like Admiral Elena Ramirez and Lieutenant Commander Aiden Cross coordinated in real time with Earth's command centers, analyzing live battle data through quantum-linked neural networks, ensuring that every maneuver, strike, and defensive deployment was calculated with unparalleled foresight, and human pilots, engineers, and soldiers displayed extraordinary composure under fire, improvising when unexpected variables arose, while their ship's adaptive nanomaterials repaired damage almost as quickly as it occurred. And in the midst of these engagements, humans executed psychological warfare on a scale no alien species had ever encountered, broadcasting demonstrations of human ingenuity, tenacity, and technological superiority across enemy communication networks, undermining morale, fostering dissent among opposing fleets, and forcing alien councils into internal crises as leadership struggled to reconcile repeated catastrophic losses with their long-held assumptions about human inferiority. And as the battle raged near unstable asteroid clusters and radiation belts, human forces used the environment itself as a weapon, luring alien vessels into hazardous zones, manipulating gravity wells, and employing ionized gas clouds to scramble sensors, while boarding teams infiltrated through unorthodox approaches, sabotaging engines, weapons, and life support systems. And back on Earth, civilians and scientists continue to feed the war effort with innovations in energy weapons, shield matrices, and AI-assisted command systems, ensuring that humanity's technological advantage remained decisive. And across the galaxy, the combined effect of military precision, strategic brilliance, cultural cohesion, and adaptive ingenuity created a psychological and material advantage so overwhelming that even the most arrogant alien powers began to negotiate from positions of weakness, realizing that the underestimated humans were not only capable of defending themselves but projecting unstoppable force across vast interstellar distances. And as humans pressed their advantage, capturing key alien territories, neutralizing dreadnoughts, and dismantling entire fleets. It became clear that the species once dismissed as primitive had rewritten the rules of galactic warfare, showcasing that intelligence, adaptability, courage, and unity were more powerful than numbers alone. And as Part 7 unfolded, the galaxy collectively witnessed humanity's unstoppable rise, leaving alien civilizations in awe and terror, knowing that the era of human underestimation had ended, and that the species from a small blue planet would now determine the course of the stars with precision, strategy, and relentless determination that no civilization could counter without catastrophic loss. With alien fleets in disarray and their political councils fractured beyond repair, humanity moved to consolidate its dominance, and in the outer sectors of the Orion Arm, human admirals coordinated the final phase of their campaign, combining overwhelming force with precision strategy, deploying fleets through hidden jump gates to strike simultaneously at multiple command hubs, while adaptive shielding, gravitic manipulation, and quantum disruption technologies ensured minimal losses and maximum efficiency, and human pilots executed daring maneuvers through asteroid belts, plasma storms, and magnetically charged nebulae, exploiting every environmental advantage while boarding teams infiltrated key enemy vessels, neutralizing command systems and leaving alien crews incapacitated and demoralized. And on Earth, strategic command centers manage logistics, research, and communication, coordinating the deployment of every ship, drone, and weapon system with a level of organization and foresight that alien civilizations could scarcely comprehend, while civilians contributed innovations in real time, creating advanced plasma weaponry, adaptive nanite repair systems, energy redirection arrays, and AI-guided tactical algorithms that continuously refine the human approach. And as human fleets push into the core worlds, alien leaders recognize the inevitability of their defeat, witnessing humans leverage intelligence, adaptability, and unity in ways that rendered conventional power meaningless. And in every engagement, human forces demonstrated the ability to anticipate enemy tactics, improvise under pressure, and exploit weaknesses with lethal efficiency, while their psychological impact spread across the galaxy, breaking morale and instilling a deep, abiding fear. And as a decisive battle unfolded above the volcanic plains of a strategic alien world, human fleets executed flawless maneuvers, coordinating orbital bombardments with precision strikes on defensive installations, while boarding teams neutralized command nodes and captured enemy leaders, forcing surrender with minimal collateral damage. And through every action, humans displayed discipline, creativity, courage, and resilience, combining technological superiority with strategic brilliance and unshakable unity. And as the dust settled across the war-torn systems, alien civilizations were forced to acknowledge that underestimation had been their gravest error, that the species they had once mocked, dismissed, and attempted to dominate had risen with unmatched force and intellect, rewriting the rules of warfare, diplomacy, and interstellar politics. And humanity emerged not through arrogance or conquest alone, but through relentless innovation, careful planning, and collective determination, establishing its rightful place as a galactic power whose ingenuity, courage, and unyielding spirit ensured that no civilization would ever dare to underestimate Earth again. And with this final triumph, the galaxy witnessed a full unleashing of humanity, a species once dismissed as inconsequential now recognized as a dominant force whose rise would define the future of the stars for generations to come, signaling the end of ignorance and the dawn of human ascendancy across the cosmos.